Hello, hello. Welcome to Deep Stretch. This is going to be a 20-minute sequence of really deep stretching. So we're going to be moving very slowly. If you are feeling energized and you need to move really quickly, this is not the sequence for you right now. Here comes Rosie to help us stretch. So this is going to be similar to yin yoga. Yin yoga is when we get into poses and hold them for like 5 to 7 minutes, a really long time to really let the muscles, open and get the advantage of the pose. We're not going to hold that long, not 5 to 7 minutes like traditional yin, but along the same lines. We're going to get into our nice deep stretches and hold for about 2 to 3 minutes. So we're going to use a strap, a yoga strap, and then I have a block. We may or may not use this, you may or may not need it, or something similar. You could actually have a towel, folded up, a couch cushion, just something of this kind of height. Have that handy in case you want to use it to rest your legs on in this first hamstring stretch we're gonna do. Okay, so let's grab our strap, remove any fur friends from our laps, and we're gonna come down onto our backs. Miss Rosie, we gotta come onto our backs. Here. All right, onto your back. And first things first, let's just stretch long, open the body, and take a few deep breaths. And then hug those knees up into the chest, give them a little squeeze. Maybe start to rock a little side to side just to massage out the lower back. And then letting the feet come to the floor. So we'll grab a hold of that strap. We're going to start with the right leg. We're going to wrap the strap around the ball of the foot, send that right foot up into the sky. And first just stretch up into that leg. Let's just open that hamstring a little bit. So soften your shoulders back down to the mat. Really reach up through the heel. So you're starting to feel some kind of stretch here in your hamstrings in the back part of your leg. Taking your breath a little bit deeper than normal. Not so deep that it's hard to maintain. Nice rule of thumb is a 4-second inhale, 4-second exhale. So you can try that on, see if that feels good in your body. Thinking inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Something along that pace might feel really nice and give you a little bit of a deeper breath. We're going to take that right leg now. You can hold the strap, both parts of it now on the right hand, and we're going to open the leg out to the right. That left arm can just drop open, and you're going to let that leg come as far out as it can go. If it can touch the floor, great. If it can't, this is where you can use that block or pillow or towel, whatever you're doing, and let the leg come to rest on that for a little support. And the blocks are nice because they have 3 settings, low, medium, and high. So you can find just the right spot where you can let the leg relax, and that's what we're looking for. We don't want to hold the leg so that the muscles are constricting. We're not toning right now. We're asking our muscles to relax so they can let go. So options here while your right leg is stretching out to the side. Options for your left leg. You can keep this left foot flat on the floor. If you have any low back issues, that's going to be the best place for that foot to stay with a bent knee. If you wanted to extend that left leg long, if that feels okay, if it doesn't make you constrict, if the back feels okay, you can extend the leg. So see which one works just right for your body. And let your eyes maybe close. Let your body just start to soften and melt into this pose. And the only risk of this pose, as you may have just seen, is while your foot is hanging out there in space, your cat or dog might come along and try to chew on your toes. We're going to finish out 3 more breaths here. And start to guide that right leg back up to the sky. If your left knee is bent, go ahead and straighten that leg now. Grab the strap in your left hand. We want to counter that pose. So we want to take our right leg now across the body over to the left side, any amount. The foot doesn't have to touch the floor, just a place that feels nice. It's a little counter stretch. We won't be here as long. We're just going to be here about 30 seconds. And start to bring that leg back up and release. And for a moment, just lay your right leg down next to your left leg and just feel. Just notice if your right hip or your right side feels different. This is just a beautiful part of yoga, is the stillness and the observation. So we're not rushing from one thing to the next, but pausing to feel what we've done and how our body has received that. Okay, so let's get into that left leg. Right foot back to the floor. Ball of the strap, or ball of the foot coming up into the strap now on that left leg. So we're going to bring our shoulders back down to the mat. Start to energize that leg by flexing the foot, reaching through the heel. We're going to take a few deep breaths here just to warm up this left hamstring. Now we're going to start to open that leg. So you can take your prop, set it on the other side if you're using it. And then taking the strap now into your left hand, let that left leg start to open. And if your leg doesn't reach the floor easily and comfortably, which will be most of us, then use your prop to hold the leg. It can be resting under your calf or more up under the hip or the thigh, whatever is really comfortable for you, and just allows your leg to be held in this position, so you're not holding it, you're not using your muscles to hold your leg up. We're going to let those muscles go. And now you can just cozy back down into your breath. Finish out about 3 more breaths here. And then begin to guide that leg up and over. You can straighten that right leg to make some space here for your twist, taking your strap now in your right hand. Let that left leg move to the side. It might feel good to shift your hips a little to the left just to make space for your twist. And let that leg come back to center. Bring that foot down to the floor and just walk your feet now to the edges of your mat and let those knees start to windshield wiper side to side. We're going to start to work our way up into a seat. So you can just windshield wiper here as long as that feels good. When you're ready to come up, you can take those windshield wipers all the way over to one side, roll yourself over, push yourself up, and come up to sit. We're going to keep a hold of our strap. We're going to keep using that. And we're going to bring that right leg long in front of us and hug the left foot into the right thigh. And then again, we're going to wrap the ball of the foot on that right side. And we're going to start to take a nice little forward fold over this leg. So if your hamstrings are tight, you're not going to go far. It might look like this. It might just be a little shallow fold. For those of you who are really flexible, you're going to fold all the way down, probably be grabbing the foot. So more is not better. Please remember that. More is not better. So figure out exactly what feels good for you, because we're gonna be here for a while. We're going to be here for about 1.5 minutes. And if you don't want to use the strap, that's fine. If you'd rather be holding onto the ankle or the shin, the strap is just a nice prop. And let your back round. Don't worry about having a flat back. This is also releasing our low back muscles as we let the back just round over the leg. Letting the tension melt out of the neck, the shoulders. So don't worry about holding the head up. Just let the head drop. Finishing out 3 more breaths. And then starting to come up out of your fold, nice and slow. Come up to a tall spine, take a twist to the left. You can hold on to that left knee with the right hand for a little support. And And then just unwind. You're going to switch sides, extending that left leg, right foot into the left thigh, wrapping the ball of the left foot. Same thing. Start to take your forward fold over this leg. Be very mindful of your hamstrings. Don't push into a place that feels alarming or feels pinchy. If you feel like you're pinching a nerve, you want to back up out of it. And remember, we're here for a long time, so you don't have to go all the way to your full fold. You can start somewhere about 50%. Breathe for 20-30 seconds and then work a little deeper and a little deeper than that, and so on and so forth. The hamstrings take a long time to respond to deep stretching. They take a good minute to really start to soften and open up. Let the head be relaxed, no pressure in the neck. Three more breaths to finish out this fold. And start to come up out of your fold. You can set that strap aside. Bring both legs out, bounce them a little bit. And we're going to come down onto our tummy to counteract those folds we just did. We're going to do a little back bend. So coming down to the tummy, let the forearms rest on the floor. We're in Sphinx pose. And we want the elbows right under the shoulders. And we want all 10 fingers spread really wide, as if you're pulling your mat towards you. And pulling the mat towards you kind of lifts that heart and chest. That's what we're looking for. So just pick up one of your legs and reach it way, 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 way back, and then set it back down. And do that with the other side. Reach it way, way, way back and set it back down. So you just made a little extra space in your hips. And now we're just going to breathe right here, grounding down through the tops of the feet and the palms and the fingers. Okay, just one more breath here. And then begin to bring yourself back into child's pose. Rest the hips back to the heels. Stretch the arms. And then lifting up out of child's pose. Move through just one cat and cow. Inhale to drop the tummy. Exhale, round the back. Big, long stretch. And then come back to neutral. We'll come back around onto our seat, bringing the soles of the feet together. So you might want to have a block handy here. We may or may not use it, but you might choose to. This one's for the hips, so we want to start to forward fold over those legs. Any amount is okay, and it might feel good just to hang out right here. But your block is handy if you want to, if your forehead can come close enough to the floor, maybe you want to rest your forehead to the block. You can even set it on the feet and rest the head down to the feet. Okay, so that's where your block or your pillow or your prop that you're using could come in handy. I'm going to just fold right here and let my head and neck hang, but certainly feel free to rest your head on a prop. That can feel really nice too. And again, our back is just rounding. Three more breaths. And begin to bring yourself up. Feet come to the floor. Let's slide out that right leg. Cross our left foot over. Stamp the foot down. Sit nice and tall. Take a twist to the left. You can hold on to that left knee with your elbow or your hand. Just to counteract that hip opener, we're going to pull these hips in close now. And begin to unwind, switching sides. Send that left leg long. Hug the right knee and stamp it over. Down to the ground on the other side of that left leg, and then come into that twist. Keeping your spine really tall. Breathing up and down the length of the spine. And then starting to unwind, bring the legs out, give them a nice vigorous bounce and a shake. And that is our deep stretch practice for today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.